Been in the military for 6 years. In this time, I've seen controversial topics from the mainstream media seep into military culture. The biggest unnecessary issue I've seen make its way in is gender equality. In 2015, the United States military announced that they would open up all combat jobs to women. I disagree with this decision. It's propaganda to pander for positive public perception of the military and not a genuine attempt at improving the combat force. Women and men do not perform on the same level. Both sexes are not created equally physically, so they cannot perform equally. This is evident in the world's largest athletic event. The Olympics are the grand stage for athleticism. Each participating country sends their most physically developed and mentally coordinated competitors to compete with other nations. It's safe to say that these humans are the best of the best in their respective sports. Instead of all-out competition, these people are still separated into two distinct categories: men and women. In every Olympic sport, men dominate the records, while elite women have no chance of competing with elite men. A prime example is in track and field. Here's a chart showcasing the changing world record for a 100-meter dash from 1981 to 2012. Men's scores are marked by blue and women by red. You can see throughout the years, both sexes are steadily improving their world record time, but women are always outperformed by men. The women's 100-meter dash world record was set by Florence Griffith Joyner with a 10:49. This record is overshadowed by Usain Bolt's 9:58. After calculations, the fastest man is 8% faster than the fastest woman. This difference is not isolated to track and field. In the 100-meter freestyle swim, men's record is 46:91 to women's 52:07. Men are 9% faster in the 100-meter freestyle. Male superior performance is not restricted to speed, but also dominates in power. The record for clean and jerk, which is a technique-heavy movement that requires the lifter to move a barbell from ground level to shoulder height and then above their heads, the male record is 579 pounds compared to the female's 425 pounds. This is a drastic 36% difference. When in direct competition in a sport emphasizing strategy, technique, and consistency, men remain victorious. The tennis world had a battle of the sexes in 1998. The Williams sisters proposed they could defeat a male tennis player outside of the top 200. Venus Williams had broken into the top 10 female players and had even defeated the current number 1 Martina Hingis in that same year. Serena Williams had just started her career, but by the end of 1998 was ranked 20 in the world. The man that accepted their challenge was Carsten Brach, ranked 2,203 of men's tennis. They met on a court in Melbourne, Australia. By Carsten's account, he took the match lightheartedly and was not very invested. Prior to showing up on the court, he had just completed a round of golf and had alcoholic drinks. Serena was first opponent. Carsten reports being relaxed enough to not properly warm up and proceeded to a 5-0 lead over Serena, winning the one-set match at 6-1. The older sister Venus stepped on the court and did marginally better, being defeated 6-1. 6-2. The Williams sisters then revised their challenge to outside the top 350. Carsten Brach suggested that they wouldn't fare well even within the top 500 of men's tennis. It's obvious that men perform better than women at physical tasks. In a time when many cry for equality, this becomes a controversial fact. Not all humans are created equally, and the differences in sexes do matter. The two major differences are muscular and skeletal. Men produce exponentially more testosterone, contributing to leaner bodies and heightened muscle development. The National Center for Biotechnical Information conducted a study where they took muscle biopsies from men and women, found that women were only 52 and 66% as strong as men in their upper and lower bodies respectively. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology backs this up by finding that men had an average of 26 pounds more skeletal muscle mass than women. In addition to muscular strength, men have thicker and harder bones. The Smithsonian Institute states that the skeletal difference is most dramatic in the pelvis. Women have natural wider hips, which changes the angle of the connecting femur, leading to less efficient transfer of kinetic energy through the body to the ground. Less energy output equals less speed. The U.S. military already acknowledges this and lowers standards for women. Air Force fitness standards require a male to run 1.5 miles in a minimum of 13 minutes 36 seconds. Women have a minimum time requirement of 16 minutes 22 seconds. The difference is 2 minutes and 46 seconds. That's a 20% increase over the men's minimum time. In an organization where the importance of efficiency is drilled into all members and becomes a key basis for victory, this is unsatisfactory. A commanding officer cannot confidently lead a force in battle knowing that some members of his team are 20% lower in performance than others. From 6 years of experience in the military, participating in and administering physical fitness tests, I've personally seen the physical performance differences between men and women in the military. The military is not a place to be battling for gender equality. Enemies do not care how diverse, equal, and fair the opposition force is. Combat roles are by nature competitive, and in the competition of combat, any performance not deserving of a gold medal could end in death.